Right, we're gonna build a 3x3. It's going here. Thanks, Adam. Where's it going? It's gonna go here. There's a drain over here. There you go. There's a combined sewer over there, and we believe it runs there. The customer says it runs here. So what we're going to do, we're going to dig a hole there, make sure we're not on top of it, and then we're going to then measure out our 3x3. We're also going to chop down this conifer as well because it's in the way. So get ready, you health and safety boys. Right, what I'm going to do on this one, I am going to do a full video because hopefully we will be staying on this job from start to finish. Me, Adam and Jenny. We've split into teams some time ago now. John is with Adam and Dan. Amy is with Ash and Luke, and then there's me, Adam and Jenny. And obviously we are the far better team. Right, so I'm going to try and do everything. So if you want me to explain something with a little bit more detail, leave a comment and I will do. If you want me to explain something that I've not explained before, or I've gone really quickly and talked really fast and you couldn't understand me, then ask me and I will slow down and I'll show you absolutely everything. We're gonna fit the doors, we're gonna fit a window. It's got composite cladding, it's hardy cladding that's going on, it's fit horizontally as well. So it's a bit of everything. Power-wise, the internet's going to track through the flower bed over there and it's going to go around to the house on that side over there. The customer is currently working from home and has been since COVID started. So this is going to be his office. The power is in the garage there. We'll go that way with the power. We'll lift some flags and we'll go in. And I'm going to show you absolutely everything. Consumer unit connection, wiring up, the lot. So there's one for the electricians. You can always leave comments because I know you like to about the way we're going to wire it up, and I'm going to explain the warm and cold roof scenario and the hybrid roof and why the hybrid roof works in this scenario. Okay, right, so what we're going to do, we're going to dig a hole. Adam's nipped off to get a chainsaw helmet because safety is paramount, as always. Jenny's going to chop the tree down and me and Adam are going to pull it to the location, and we believe it will fall here. So I've asked Adam, will he stand here and see if my measurements are right, but this is where we think it's going to fall. We're going to pull it this way and Jenny's going to chop the hell out of it. This is Jen's, not her first go on the saw, but it's her first time felling the tree. Good luck. It's going. Pull it! Pull it! Jen! Jen! You cut it too much at an angle that way. Jen, first time chopping the tree down, didn't quite go to plan.
No, it didn't.
What's your thoughts on it?
Well, if I'd have cut straight, I think that we could have got the tree to go the way that we wanted it to, but
Where did it go instead?
it went over that way, towards me. But regardless of that, it was my first time. I think I did pretty well.
You escaped unharmed.
I did, yes. I've got all my arms, all my legs. Fine.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, of course I would.
Is your training sufficient?
Yeah, stop it, I'm nervous.
Yeah, right, so it's a 3 metre by 3 metre. We've felled the tree semi-successfully. What we're going to do now, we're going to plan out where it's going to go. As I said earlier, there's a sewer running there. I've dug a trial hole, we're good on depth and we haven't hit a pipe, so that there is going to be our back line. We're going to string out from there. I'm going to take some of this back as well. And then we're going to create our right angle there, and then we'll ping it out. We'll string it out. I'll show you how we string it out, and then I'll show you how we dig the holes as well by use of a graft and a post hole shovel. Said it right first time this time. They'll dig the holes out. There'll be 4 at the back, 4 at the sides, 4 at the front, and there'll be 3 in the middle. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 19 piles going into this one. Maths is on point today. Right, 3 metre by 3 metre. So what we're going to do, this is going to be our first hole. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to push that pin in there. And then if Jen comes over here, she'll see where I'm going with this. So I'm going to pull that line across there. I'll pull it to more than 3 metres. Obviously that's going past the 3 metres there, but if you imagine the rods in there, and that's where we're going to be aiming for with our rods. So what I'll do is I'll pull this one down here. Like I say, I'm going to give you proper step by step instructions, and then if you're stuck on anything, you can just drop me a message and I'll try and explain it in the next one. So that's obviously past 3 metres. So what I'm trying to do is go square with the fence. So I'll drive that in there, like that. What we might have to do with this one though, we might have to rearrange it because we want to be trying square next to the fence so that we've got like a building that's parallel to the fence, because if it's not parallel to the fence, it doesn't really matter, but you need sort of something for your eye to reference off and it won't look right then. So we'll just get rid of that as well, because you don't want nothing touching the string line. So that's going to be my first line. That'll be the back of the building, or at least the back of the rods anyway. Over here I've got a folding square. Over here I've got a folding square. Basically, that's what it says on the tin. It folds out, it locks out, and that gives you a right angle then. So if Jen comes over here, if you stand down there, and if you see the side of the square is not quite right, so what I'm trying to do is get that square in line with the string line, which it is now. So what we'll do now, we'll run another line along there, and then that will give us our perimeter right angle that we want to start off with. John normally does this now, it's a while since I've done it. Right, so bearing in mind that'll be a rod there, so what we're going to do, we're going to come there, so we've got a bit of room to get in to build it. Tie a line on there, and what Adam will do now, he'll move left and right until he's in line with that, and we'll see how parallel we are to the fence then. Probably might have been better off starting parallel and off the fence, but we're here now. So what we're doing now, if Jen looks at the line now, it's not far off there, but can you see how we're running to a taper to the fence, Jen?
Yeah.
It's wider at this side than it is at that side. So with that in mind, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to measure that line there. We've got 510, and I'm going to ask Adam to come 510 off here. Pull it to 510. And just lift it above that tree stump, mate. 510. That's it. So what he'll do now, he'll tie that off around there. Tie it high above that line. Please, Adam. I'll then get this square, and I'll make it square. You need to pull it tight, mate. You need tension on your lines. So that side of that square is now parallel. We're parallel to the fence. So Adam will jump over here now, and then we'll pull this line in, which will, if Jen looks down on the square, she might be able to see it happening. Adam, will you look at that line for me?
Got right.
You there?
To the trees.
Much?
That's pretty good.
Right. So, looks alright?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? Talk to me, Adam.
You need tension on your line.
There's plenty of tension on that line. Can you see that? That's like a strung bow. Fire an arrow off that. Right, okay. Right, so that's us right angle now. So we're parallel to the fence. We're parallel to the fence. It's pulled in that way a little bit. So what we'll do now, we'll measure 3.1 off, 3.2 off there. 3.2 because you've got 100 mm wall. We like to give the customer the internal measurements. So when we get 3.2 off there, put another rod there. Adam, do you want to go down there? Adam. I did try and get one as you walked off. Do you want to go down there? No, mate. Up rod. Up rod. No, up rod. That's it. Put it down. There we go. Right, so I'll go 3.2 on there. And that will still give us a 3 metre internal room. We'll push that down on there. So what will happen now is Adam will get the square. He'll bring it over. You'll then drop the square on this angle as well, and we'll do exactly the same as we did off the front, and then that will provide the front wall. If you take a bit of time setting it out, and your building becomes as square as possible, then building the walls and the roof and everything else will become a lot easier. So what he's doing now, he's eyeing down and he's looking at the string line and trying to get it in line with the side of the square.
You've gone too far that way. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Right, so I'll then pop that line into there. Again, you want the lines to be tight so that you can trip over them later. Right, so what we'll do now, we'll measure off this, and I measure from there to there. I've got 130 mil, so 3,330 mil water. Will you pass us the rod, please, Adam? 3,330, is that what I just said?
Yeah.
Straight rod. Just so you can bend it on your knee somewhere. Cheers, mate. 3,330. So the beauty of the pile system is you don't have to be dead accurate when you set your base out, because you can just move your piles to wherever you want. Right, we'll tie another line on there now. What should happen now is, when we measure this next one, Adam puts in the angle on there, we should have a square room. Or thereabouts anyway. So, I don't know if you can hear me, what we're going to try and do is do this job from start to finish, just the three of us, and fully document it for you, because I know a lot of you don't watch my back catalogue either. Look at there, which is fine, but you're asking questions what I've already addressed, so I will address everything, hopefully, and like I said, if you've got a question, drop me a line and ask me, as long as it's not weird. Some of you guys are just a little bit freaky. Are we good?
Needs to go that way, mate.
Right, I'll bend the rod. So
yeah.
What's happened is I've pushed the rod in, the rod's hit hard ground and bent slightly, but what you can do with there, you just push the rod like that and bend the rod to wherever you want to go. Adam's shaking his head there saying it's good, is it?
That's a nod, not a shake.
A nod in his head. So that's his room. We're slightly bigger than the 3 metres, but we want to try and give approximately 3 metres internally. The reason why the tree came down, obviously it was sticking out. The doors are going to slide this way, the tree was there, so that's gone. What we'll do, we'll drill that and fill it with diesel, poison it and kill it. There's a window here which will look out onto this aspect as well. And all three sides are hardy board, and the back there will be metal cladding. So that's it. So we're going to start digging these holes now. We'll even show you how we're going to dig holes. There'll be 4 on the back, 4 on the side, 4 on the front, 4 on that side, and then we'll drop a line down the middle and we'll put 3 in there. And that'll be it. We'll be ready for rodding and concreting tomorrow.
Today is the gun show.
Jen's got her guns out, so we've followed suit. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain to you. Right, so we're going to get all that over there, and then we're going to bring it over there and return over there. Hey, Jen. Right, the science of the holes. Right, here's the science for you. 4 on the outside, no more than 1.2 metres apart. The corner holes there, if you imagine your 4x3, so this pit here is going to be suspended off these shoes. So these holes are approximately 200 from the corner. That's that line, this is that line. Holes approximately 200 wide. Adam's cut them a bit tighter, which is absolutely fine, and approximately 600 deep. Now, generally a grafter shovel, which we are using, has a weld ring on it, which is approximately 600. So if you just go by that, that one obviously needs another 400 depth on there. Jen's on the post hole shovel. What I'm gonna, I know a couple of you asked before to actually show digging a hole. Right, grafter, when you drive it in, just before you let go of it, but not just for grafter. When you drive it in, just before it hits the floor, you just want to release the tension on it, because if you hit a stone, it hurts. So
impact.
The impact. So what we're going to do, I'm going to break that up like such. Jen's going to jump in then with the post hole shovel. What we'll do then, we'll get rid of all this muck under that tree area there. So you can see the ring there, we're still a bit shallow, but let's say with the right depth, if Adam comes over here, I'll show you. Just take your foot off that line, please, Jen. Right, so the rod will go down there. We'll sit the rod on the outside to make the room a little bit smaller. So what we need to do is make sure that the earth is cleared away for the 100 by 100 square plate washer, which is that bit there. We started to hit rock as well, which is a good sign for us basically, because we want a solid footing for these. So you can see there now I'm down to the ring almost. When Jen clears that out, that will be approximately the right height, and I'll explain bottoming out as well when she does that. So post hole shovels, I think they're about 30 quid from Tool Station, but they're a no-brainer. You can use a post hole auger. The reason why I don't have one is anytime I've hired one, we've dug about 3 or 4 holes. We've hit a rock, hit a brick, hit a stone, and it's proper a wrist breaker, so we don't bother with them. And this keeps us older guys a little bit fit, doesn't it, Adam?
Yes, mate.
Yeah. So you can see there, look, the ring is down. Yeah. So I'm approximately 600 in depth now. Right, what Jen's going to do now, that's the right depth, she's going to bottom it out now. Bottoming. Right, to bottom out the hole, what you need to do is get all the muck off the bottom. So she's not jabbing this down now, she's just getting the loose muck off, because when the concrete comes, it'll sit on the loose muck, and as we start to build the weight of the build will compress the muck down, which will mean the rod will drop down, which we don't want. We want hard ground, solid ground on the bottom, which she's done now. So that's bottomed out.
And make sure you always take it up to ring.
We've got it right into it's into ring. So the ring's just present there, so we're happy with that. 600 deep. So that's that one. What we'll do now, we'll dig another one there, and then we'll evenly place the other two, and that'll be 4 at the front, 4 on the sides. We'll drop down the back, and we'll put a row in the middle, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Right, so we've dug 4 up back, 4 on side, 4 on front, and 4 on this side as well. What we've done now, we've found halfway in the building. So what we're going to do, we're going to ping another line across there, because obviously our 4x3s, if you've watched the videos before, will go around the perimeter. We'll also drop a 4x3 down the centre there as well, which will be sat on rods. You don't need as many rods in the middle because you've only got the weight of the floor. Again, the side walls don't carry a lot of weight, it's the front and your back walls, so if you come across a tree root or something like that, it's not the end of the world if your side ones or your middle ones aren't very deep. It's your front and back which carry the weight of the roof, and obviously your bifold doors and the steel as well. So we're going to mirror that one over there, ping a line across there, we'll dig another 3 there, and then we'll be done for today. Right, so I've put that halfway as well. It's not the end of the world if it's not completely halfway, it's not going to matter much. What we're going to do is, Adam? What we're going to do is pull this line, dig another 3 holes, and if you we cut these timbers individually anyway, the 4x2s that go that way, so if it's bearing off a little bit, it doesn't matter, do you know what I mean? She'll cut them individually anyway. So Adam's going to tie that on there. Again, you need the tension on the string line.
Have you gone
key.
under?
What?
Have you gone under?
Yeah, I've got it snapped.
I need to go over.
Tension is everything, because you need that line dead straight and dead right. What are you doing? Why does it keep snapping? Every time I tie it, it snaps. Right, there you go. Right, so he'll pull that. What we'll do then, I'll put one in the middle, and then we'll put one near to the joint there, so the 4x3 will run across there. We'll drop a 4x3 down, and we'll tech screw it with 250mm screws in there.
Can't quite figure out which hand to hold it.
Right, so that's it. I've showed you how to successfully fell a tree. I've showed you how to square it out with your string lines and your pins. Pins from Tool Station, you get 10 for about 20 quid. String line, 4 quid. Grafter shovel for breaking the hole. Post hole shovel for getting the muck out of the hole. And that's it. You don't want your hole to be more than 1.2 apart. You want to be about 200 from corners. It's not an exact science, but it works. And there is your base system. Tomorrow we've ordered the concrete, so we'll get the rods in. I'll show you how to concrete them as well. And hopefully we'll get that pile there chipped and taken away as well.
Low on rods, we just want to know if we can go ahead with this.
You asked him about 100, didn't you, mate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, so to conclude for the day, conclude. We're going. Right, so to conclude, we have we cut down the tree, we chopped back the bushes, we found the sewer, so we pulled it forward to keep off that. We've got as far.
Do you know how many saddles he's got off us?
At least 30.
At least 30, he says.
But possibly 260.
But possibly 260.
Right, okay, so we've got 4 at the back, 4 at the sides, 4 at the front, and we've cut us 3 in the middle as well. So we've got 19 rods. We're going to go organise the rods now as well, and the concrete's coming tomorrow, so I'll show you how we're going to get them in as well.
There's a fine specimen in the bushes over there. It's a rare species. This animal's nearly extinct. It's coming closer, it's coming closer.
Right, are we live?
Yeah. Okay,
We're live?
so
Right, we've got the rods. They are M24, they're galvanised, they're 1 metre long. There's a square plate washer. We space them like that, thumb, finger, nut on, 10 mil, 100 by 100 square plate washer trapped between 2 nuts. What will happen then, that'll go into the hole. The concrete will sit under there, the concrete will sit there, and that washer then stops the weight of the building driving the rod through the concrete, which it will do. 3 nuts on the top, 2 reasons. If you fall over, bang your eye on there, you're just going to have a big black eye rather than lose your eye. And second reason is, 2 of them nuts will wind down to hold the shoe, and then the top nut will wind down and hold the timber to that. So Adam's putting them in now. If Jen walks over here, she'll see what he's doing. There's our line. Our rod's going to the outside of the line. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop the rod in, offer it in place, make sure it'll sit plumb against the line like that, and we don't have to dig any more out. We'll make sure they're all right, and then tomorrow when the concrete comes, we know we're good to go. Right, so that's it, 19 rods. We've dug it out, I showed you how to do everything. Tomorrow the concrete will come and we'll show you how to concrete them in and make sure that they're right for the day after, which we will start then building the building when the timber comes as well. So if you'd like to like, subscribe and follow and leave a comment, and don't forget, comment if you want to know anything or you want me to show a little bit more in depth how to do something. I will gladly assist. Thank you.